नमस्कार, मैं आपका डॉक्टर सत्यप्रकाश सिंह आज फार्मास्यूटिकल इंजीनियरिंग के 4th यूनिट को लेकर आया हूं, जिसमें कि पहला चैप्टर है फिल्ट्रेशन। तो आज हम पढ़ेंगे फिल्ट्रेशन के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, एप्लीकेशंस, थ्योरी और डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग फिल्ट्रेशन। Filtration. Before going to the objectives of filtration, we first came to know what is filtration. Filtration, actually it is a process of separation of solids from liquids by passing through a porous medium that retains the solid but allows the fluid to pass through it. So, according to definition of filtration, filtration क्या है कि ये एक प्रोसेस है जिससे कि हम फ्लूइड और सॉलिड के मिक्सचर को या सस्पेंशन को या स्लरी में से सॉलिड्स को अलग करते हैं, फ्लूइड्स अलग होता है बाय पासिंग थ्रू ए पोरस मीडियम. ओके, क्लैरिफिकेशन, it is another term which is used for filtration in some cases. So, what is clarification? When solids present in suspension is less than 1%, that means the content or the concentration of solid which is present in a suspension or slurry is less than 1%, then the process is called as a process of separation of solid is called as clarification. Now, the objectives of filtration. First objective is to eliminate the contaminant particle so as to recover the dispersing fluid. So, from a slurry of fluids and solids, it is used for the elimination of contaminating particle from dispersing fluids. It is a primary objective of filtration. Second is to recover the solid particles by eliminating the dispersing fluids. So, with the help of filtration, two things are taking place. One, solid is separated. So, we are recovering the solids from dispersing fluid, and as well as we are also recovering the dispersing fluid from the contaminant particles. So, these two things are the primary objectives of filtration. Now, some terms associated with filtration. First one is slurry. So, what is slurry? It is the mixture of solids and fluid. Fluids, it may be a liquid or it may be a gases. Okay, slurry is a mixture of solids and liquids that is to be filtered. Okay. Next is filter cake. Filter cake, the solids which is retained above the filter medium, that solid is called as filter cake. Filter medium, it is the porous medium through which the liquid passes or fluid passes through it and the solid particles are retained over it. That porous medium is called as filter medium. And filtrate, the pure liquid or fluid which is collected after passing through the filter medium, that liquid is called as filtrate. As you see in the diagram, in this beaker, with the help of this beaker, we are pouring slurry into the this filtration assembly. This is a funnel. In this funnel, this portion is the filter media, which is the porous medium used for separating solids and liquids. Above this filter media, this portion filter cake is there. That means the deposition of solid particles above the filter medium, that is called as filter cake. So, slurry is poured into the funnel here above with containing filter medium. Above this filter medium, this is the level of slurry which is present in this funnel and is to be filtered, and above this this is the portion where filter cake is deposited, and after filtering the liquid is collected into the receiver. This is called as filtrate, or we can say that pure liquid. Applications of filtration. There are several applications in pharmacy of filtrations. First one is production of sterile products. So, filtration, the principle of filtration is used in the production of sterile products. How? Here we are using HEPA filters. HEPA filter means high efficiency particulate air filter, or it is called as laminar air bench, which provides an sterile environment during the manufacturing of sterile products. Okay. So, while manufacturing of parenteral products or sterile products, sterile environment is needed. For that purpose, HEPA filters are used, that is, it is also called as high efficiency particulate air filters. Okay. Next is bacteria proof filters. These are used for filtration of thermolabile substances, that means those substances which are heat sensitive, that can be filtered by using this bacteria proof filters, okay, where heat sterilization is not applicable. In those cases we can use bacteria proof filters. It is also helpful in production of bulk drugs. The principle of filtration is also applied in the production of bulk drugs, where it is helpful in the removal of impurities from intermediate as well as finished products that is obtained during the production process. Next application of filtration is production of liquid orals. Okay. So, in the formulation of liquid orals or production of liquid orals, filtration is an important step. Why? To obtain the clear solutions, that means a clear liquid solutions can be obtained by using this filtration principle during the production of liquid orals, where we are using some examples of this is dewaxing of oils. Means from oils, wax are separated out by the process of filtration and clear oil is obtained. So, in this process, during this principle of filtration is applied. Removing of suspended oils from aqueous solutions. From aqueous solutions, suspended oils are also separated out by the use of filtration process. Removing of undesirable solids which are present in a slurry, that can also be done by using this process of filtration. Clarifying the potable water. So, there are some examples where the principle of filtration is used during the production of liquid orals. Next is effluent and waste water treatment. Here also this principle of filtration is applied for the treatment of waste water. So, why? How? Waste solids can be separated from the waste liquid prior to its disposal. That means, waste solid and liquids, the mixture of waste solids and liquids are present, then both the things are separated out before the disposal. That means, solids are collected in a separate part and liquids are collected separately, and after then that is disposed out. Okay. So, in this way there are the processes where the principle of filtration is applied. Now, mechanism of filtration, that is filtration mechanism. What are the different mechanisms? First one is straining. As you see in the bracket, here it is written as sieve, that means similar to sieving. This process is somewhat similar to sieving process. What happens in sieving? We are taking a sieve and above that we are putting the particles, solid particles of different sizes, and moving the sieve, and the particles separate out, finer particles are separated out from the coarser particles. Similarly, here also this is the filter medium or filter aid which is used over the filter medium, and the solid particles are separated out from the liquid particles. The pore size, this pore size, it should be such that it should be the smaller than the solid particles present in the slurry, so that no particles should pass through this pores. So, this principle of filtration is called as straining. Next mechanism is impingement, or with the help of through filter paper. What happens in this case? Solids having the momentum, those solids having the momentum move along the path of streamline flow. Streamline flow means Reynolds number less than 2000, or it flows in a straight line, and during the streamline flow it strikes or impinges the filter medium. So, here you will find that the solids are collected, this dark portion. This is the cross sectional view of fiber and the collection of solids on the over the filter paper. So, in this way this is also another mechanism by which filtration takes place. Now, next filtration mechanism is entanglement filter cloth. This is the third mechanism by which filtration takes place. In this case, what happens? The particles are entangled over the cloth, filter cloth, or mass of fibers. How? This is the fibrous material. Over there you see the solid particles are entrapped or entangled. So, in the fibers. Okay. So, particles become entangled in the mass of fibers. How? Due to the smaller size of particles than pore size. So, while filtration, the particle size are entrapped within the fibers of the cloth. So, in this way solids are retained on the filter medium. Okay. The last mechanism is attractive forces or electrostatic filtration. In this case, solids are retained on the filter medium as a result of attractive forces between whom? Between particles and the filter medium. If you will see the diagram, in this diagram you will find that the particles or solid particles are attracted towards the filter medium and it is taken out. So, in this way also solids are retained on the filter medium with the help of attractive forces or this type of filtration mechanism is called as electrostatic filtration. Now, different theories behind filtration. The basic theory behind filtration is, in this case, rate of flow is expressed as driving force by resistance. Rate is equal to driving force by resistance. The rate of filtration is expressed as volumes per unit time, that means dV by dt, means rate is equal to dV by dt. Okay. Now, driving force is equal to upstream pressure minus pressure downstream pressure. Okay. So, this is the pressure drop or change in pressure, that is equal to driving force. In this case, resistance is not constant. What is resistance? Resistance is the obstruction to the rate of flow of fluids. Okay. So, in this case resistance is not constant. Why it is not constant? Because as the time increases during the filtration process, the deposition of solids over the filter media increases. So, as the deposition of solids, or we can say that filter cake over the filter media increases, it offers more resistance, or resistance also increases. That is why, therefore, we can say that filtration is not a steady state. That means, at the initial stages the rate of filtration is high as compared to the final stages of filtration. These are some theories. Poiseuille's equation. According to this equation, filtration is similar to the streamline flow of liquids under pressure through capillaries. So, here we have a equation V is equal to pi delta p r to the power 4 by 8 L eta. Okay. Whereas, V is equal to rate of flow, that is meter cube per second, delta p is the pressure difference across the filter, that means change in pressure, upstream pressure minus downstream pressure, r is equal to radius of capillary in the filter bed, and L is equal to the thickness of filter cake, that is capillary length, whereas eta is equal to viscosity of filtrate. So, Poiseuille's equation is applied if the cake is composed of bulky mass of particles and the liquid flows through the interstices. If you see in the diagram, in this diagram, so this is the change in pressure drop, that means upstream pressure minus downstream pressure. These are the slurry which is to be filtered through filtration process. This is the deposition of filter cake over the pre-coat layer. This small layer is pre-coat, and the below those layer is the filter medium. So, while filtration, this filter cake, this portion increases as the filtration progresses. Due to increase in the thickness of this filter cake, it offers more resistance to the filtration process, and ultimately at the final stages the rate of filtration decreases. Darcy's equation, it is another theory of filtration. In this case, in this equation, correction factor for radius is applied. Okay. So, in previous equation, Poiseuille has used the radius, a term has been used by Poiseuille, that is called as radius. Instead of those radius, Darcy has applied a correction factor. What is that correction factor? That is area and permeability coefficient. Okay. So, the formula is read as V is equal to K A delta P by L eta, where V is equal to the rate of flow, delta P is the pressure difference across the filter, K is equal to the permeability coefficient of cake, L is the thickness of filter cake, eta is the viscosity of filtrate, and A is the surface area of porous bed. As you see from the equation, V is equal to K A, that means rate of flow is directly proportional to the area. If area of the filter medium increases, then the rate of filtration also increases. Why with increase in area the rate of filtration increases? Because the thickness of filter cake decreases as the area is increased. So, if the thickness of filter cake is decreased, that leads to the lesser resistance offered by filter cake during filtration process. So, this leads to the increase in rate of filtration or rate of flow of liquid through the filter medium. So, this was the another theory. Next theory is Koźmič-Karman equation. It is the third theory which applies to the filtration process. According to this theory, V is equal to A by eta S square delta P by K L into epsilon cube minus 1 minus epsilon whole square. So, this is the equation given by Koźmič-Karman. Okay. In this equation, this epsilon is called as the porosity of cake. Here K is called as Koźmič constant. S is equal to specific surface area, this S. Okay. Delta P is the pressure drop or change in pressure of the filter medium. A is the specific surface area of the filter medium, eta is the viscosity, L is the length and V is the rate of flow. So, as you from the equation it is evident that as the porosity of cake increases or the cake having higher porosity, the rate of flow of liquid also increases, or we can say that rate of filtration is directly proportional to the porosity of cake. If porosity increases, rate of filtration also increases. Similarly, V is if eta is the viscosity of fluid. So, if viscosity of fluid is high, in that cases the rate of filtration is decreases. It means for a highly viscous liquid the rate of filtration is low. So, we have to apply some pressure in those cases, so that the rate of filtration can be increased. From this equation it is evident that a 10% change in porosity, that means minute 10% increase in porosity produces the threefold increase in rate of the filtration. That means a minute change, that is 10% change in porosity. हम अगर porosity को 10% बढ़ाते हैं तो उससे rate of filtration में 3 गुना बढ़ोतरी होती है. So, these were the some theories related to the filtration. Now, factors affecting the rate of filtration. First factor is properties of the filter medium and filter cake. As you know that the rate of filtration decreases as the thickness of cake increases. That means, if the thickness of cake is increasing, then rate of filtration decreases. Because क्यों ऐसा होता है? क्योंकि जो केक की थिकनेस है वो जब इंक्रीज होगी तो वो ऑफर करती है क्या? रेजिस्टेंस. किसको? rate of filtration को. So, as the thickness of cake increases, rate of filtration decreases. The resistance also depends on the properties of solids. Which properties? Particle size distribution, particle shape and the compressibility of solids. On these factors also this resistance offered by the solid particles to the rate of filtration also depends. If they are very fine particles, that means that will be clocked together. So, it offers more compact solid filter cake, which results in the decrease of rate of filtration. Second is area of filter. As it has been explained earlier in the previous equations, that rate of filtration can be increased by increasing the area of filtration. If we are increasing the area of filtration, then rate of filtration is directly increases. How we can increase the area? This area can be increased by using larger filters. That means, for the size of the filter, if we are increasing, then automatically the area of filtration increases. As the area of filtration increases, the deposition of solids or filter cake, thickness of filter cake decreases, which ultimately leads to the increase in rate of filtration. Or secondly, what we can do? We can use a number of small units in combination. So, by this process also, by using number of small units in combination, this rate of filtration can be increased. Okay. Third one is the pressure drop across the filter medium. The rate of filtration can be increased by increasing the pressure drop across the filter medium. So, how this pressure drop can be achieved? There are 4 ways: gravity, negative pressure, positive pressure and centrifugal force. Gravity, by increasing the height of the slurry, the pressure drop can be increased with the help of this gravity. Negative pressure, at the bottom of the filtrate or in the filtrate receiver, if we attach filtrate receiver to a vacuum pump, then also pressure drop can be increased. This type of pressure drop is called as negative pressure. By increasing the pressure on the surface of the slurry, if we are applying some pressure, then also the pressure drop is increased and the rate of filtration increases. So, this type of pressure is called as positive pressure, and the last one is the centrifugal force. That means, by applying centrifugal force, the solids can be separated from the liquids. So, in this way there are different we can increase the pressure drop while filtration. Viscosity of liquid, increase in viscosity of liquid decreases the rate of flow of fluid. So, what we have to do? We have to decrease the viscosity. How we can do it? By raising the temperature of the slurry or by diluting with immiscible liquids, the viscosity of liquids can be decreased. Thickness of filter cake, as the filtration progress, thickness of filter cake increases. So, in those cases we have to do highly concentrated slurries are first decanted or strained to reduce the solid content and then it is filtered. So, in this way thickness of filter cake can be reduced. Finally, temperature of suspension, by increasing the temperature of suspension the viscosity decreases, which leads to the increase in rate of filtration. So, these are the references from where we have collected, and thank you.